Hey everybody, it's Mike here, Global Voodoo, coming live from Arizona here. And finally the rain has hit. I'm in my garage, I got the garage door open, and I can see the rain that's coming through here. Let me mute this before we continue here. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me here tonight. And for you guys that are watching this on the replay, if we could just do a quick little test in terms of mic quality. Let me mute this before we continue here. Go here, figure out what's going on. Looks like it sounds good. So we're ready to rock and roll. So yeah, it's... weather's cooling off here in Arizona, and you know, it's that time of year. You know, it's the perfect time of year. I think, you know, is when it's not so freaking bloody hot, and I'm just enjoying watching the rain just come down right now because it's really cooled off about 20 degrees since the past 20 minutes. So again, appreciate you guys watching here live. We're going to be talking about a couple different things, and we're going to be talking about Amazon, the future of Amazon, the ways to protect yourself and your business so you don't get kicked off, okay? And we're going to go heavily into this, and you're just going to get my opinions, okay? Again, I am not an Amazon employee, right? Nor do I play one on TV. But I am part of their seller network. And, you know, I do strive on providing you guys content and quality that's out here that, you know, from an experienced full-time reseller, you know? And so you're going to hear my opinions on this, and you know, we're going to go from there, and then we're going to get into some other stuff that's there's a lot of talk lately about pawn shops and stuff like that, and I'm going to throw my 2 cents into that. So yeah, Arizona. I'm in between I'm near Casa Grande, which is in between Phoenix and Tucson. So nice little area there, desolate area for sure. Good views of mountains and sunsets. That's all you need, right? And yeah, just enjoying it out here ever since I moved from Chicago. So. Can't complain. I've got no complaints right now. But how's life been for me? I haven't been on YouTube in a while here, a couple weeks, and you know, I just been trucking along, reselling and flipping things and working, you know, Star Wars with Amazon. I mean, you know, I'm one of the lucky few that are in there right now. So there's opportunities there. You know, just plugging along. I'm getting my Amazon FBA Q4 mojo going. It's starting now. You know, things are moving, things are selling. I'm looking for deals, and I'm not just, you know, heavily focused right now on Amazon. I'm focused, you know, on eBay. I'm doing eBay, Etsy, local scene, my e-commerce site. I'm starting another e-commerce site up. So I'm just moving forward. And then today I went to the dentist, and they had to put a freaking tooth in or something. I don't know, but a little awkward. But oh yeah, okay, cool, yeah, Cave Creek. Yeah, we got to hook up one of these days, man. A bunch of you Arizonians, and let's go picking. Let's go find some deals, right? I don't know if you're getting the rain out there by you, but it's nice here. It's cooled off. I've been talking for 2 days, just getting these flooding and flash floods, and it looks like the rain's over now. I mean, it's still coming down a little bit, but all right. Other than me, you know, no complaints. You know, Amazon sale, eBay side of it's a big roller coaster. It's you know, is it going up? Is it going down? Today we had a great day in eBay. You know, over the weekend we had an awesome time. What am I doing? I haven't changed my game. You know, you guys know what I sell. I tell you guys pretty much everything I'm doing. So, you know, there's a problem with my mic. Let's see here. We got a bad mic here. Let's see. Change the setting here. No, mic's good. Okay. Lag. Yeah, I mean, there's some rain here, so I apologize, guys, if there's some kind of internet issues. Nothing I can do about it. If it's that bad, when I watch it, I'll redo it, and we'll go from there. But oh my God, all this is getting wet. Huh? All this is getting wet. That's fine. This is the bottom of the box. Kim's worried about the rain. Yeah, Kim, it's raining. I know.
All these boxes are soaking wet.
Okay, how soaking wet are they?
Completely soaked.
Okay, let them be though. They're fine.
What about all the merchandise in it?
It's only Zegna suits. Yeah, so it's fine. Oh, I did put. Oh, yeah. I mean, how bad are they? You're gonna make me get up because it's got like an inch of rain on the box.
Yeah.
Is it an inch or is it completely soaked?
It's completely soaked. This box here.
Okay, can you move it then? Move those two boxes out of the corner. Because you're the best wife in the world. Looking out for our merchandise. Yeah, I'm gonna make a video soon and show you this little corner here of. It's stuff that I need to list, you know, and get out there and. All right, sorry, technical difficulties. Like technical difficulties.
Look at that.
Oh, damn, that did get a little, oh, just a little splash.
A splash. This is all flooded in here. Oh my god. You're gonna have to put all these plastics.
I can't. Ugh.
It's all soaked in that. It's all
Okay, can you move that one then?
Well, I can move this, but all these other ones, all these down here are getting soaked.
All right, I guess we'll have to deal with it. All right, anyway. So, okay, so here we go, guys. Besides my merchandise getting wet and the Coogee sweaters bleeding through Brooks Brothers shirts.
This one's all branding soaked.
Yeah, I know. I put those in the bad corner. It's to protect us just in case another car drives through our garage.
Okay, well, they're about to be ruined.
Yeah, I'm shooting from the formerly damaged garage. It's done. It's fixed. And we've slowly started moving things. Okay, thank you. You're the best wife ever, Kim.
And look at that.
It's just a little splash.
A splash.
Take a
This
pic.
whole box is soaked.
On the outside, it's a Home Depot box that protects you. Let's build things together, Kim. All right. You're the best, Kim. All right, now that we got the box debacle out of the way, there's no more rain, but it's pouring buckets now. Holy shnikes. All right, so here we go. Hopefully you can hear me. Can you guys hear the rain in the background? Somebody comment. Can you actually hear me? I mean, it is freaking... All right. So tonight we're going to be talking about Amazon, and you know, let me just tell you guys first off, Amazon is a great platform to sell on. Okay, I think it's one of the leading platforms to sell on, and you can make a lot of money doing it. I wouldn't just focus your business solely on that. You know, I'm a big believer and component of having multiple income streams through, you know, having different areas, right? And so keep that in mind, you know, because I know there's a lot of new people that come to this channel, listen, looking for advice, tidbits, tricks, whatever, money making opportunities. But what tonight I'm going to be talking about is we're going to be talking about, there's not really going to be an opportunity for me talking about how you're going to make money, okay? I'm just going to talk about really basic stuff when it comes to Amazon, okay? So let me give you my background on Amazon. I've been selling on Amazon for about 7 years, all right? Of the 7 years, 4 of those years have been FBA, all right? So I have what of experience in it. I am not some freaking guy that knows everything with Amazon. I do read the rules. I understand the rules. I'm really particular on that because I make a lot of money on Amazon and I don't want to get kicked off, okay? And lately what I've been hearing, there's a lot of chitter chatter, people private messaging me in the Facebook groups. People are getting kicked off left and right. Now, last year, I didn't hear much of this because last year was kind of like, you know, and the year before that was kind of the hype up of Amazon. Not too many people were talking about it. But now we're seeing the aftermath, the after effect of people getting together as a community, talking about Amazon. And unfortunately, you know, people are getting suspended and banned. And that's kind of what I'm going to be focusing on right here. Now, going back to the whole experience thing, it is what it is. You know, I've never been banned from Amazon, right? My account is in great standing, and I have no issues with my Amazon business. All I can tell you is this is from experience of what to expect. And I'm going to really focus on some information here that's probably going to irritate some people, and people are going to say, no, dude, you're out of base, right? It's okay, right? At the end of the day, it's okay. I'm not here to flame people. I'm not going to point fingers, right? You know, and not everybody's going to agree with me, okay? But all I'm trying to do is, at the end of the day, help you guys that are out there that are trying to make money at Amazon, and you see all these potentials, see all these opportunities, so you can go out there and legitimately understand this, and there should be no surprise if or when you get removed from Amazon, okay? Now, my biggest focus is electronics, right? This is a major issue that I'm just going to tell you guys right now, okay? You have to be very, very careful selling used electronics. Not talking about new, okay? Just used. Now, before we get into this whole thing here, keep in mind, okay, you can make money selling books, DVDs, video games, kind of the video games on a lower scale and a higher scale, right? Because that's still considered electronics to an extent, okay? Books, grocery, health and beauty, clothing, all right? All these different plethora of different categories in Amazon, there's potential there, all right? From sourcing from thrift stores, flea markets, online arbitrage, you know, retail arbitrage, to, you know, wholesale, private label. All of this stuff does work. But what we're focused on tonight is electronics, okay? Because I'm telling you guys, people are losing their pants. They're losing their pants, and there's people going to get ready to get booted off, okay? Now, what's the problem with electronics? What's the problem with me going to thrift stores, sourcing DVD combos, DVD VHS combos? Those have great potential, right? Super potential to turn $10, $15 into $150, $200 like that, right? Any type of that electronic stuff, Sony, Pioneer, Onkyo, and then it breaks it down to used iPods, anything in that top really 500 category on electronics, and then you could scale up and look at the longer tail stuff. But here's my issue with this, guys, okay, is that, and I'm just telling you from my experience, okay, I've tried every angle of Amazon, right? I've dabbled in, from private label down to books. I've done it all on different scales. I mean, I am not a guy who's just importing containers full of private label stuff, right? It's just not my thing. You know, I'm not seeing this bright, shiny star, and I'm going, hey, yeah, this is going to make me millions, and I'm going to retire and sit on the beach and drink Corona, right? But there's a big misconception of the information I hear, and I hear from others. It's not what I hear about the other content creators. I'm not really concerned about what they're doing or what they're saying, okay? But when I hear other people talk to me and, hey, man, I got suspended because I was selling these Pioneer tape decks, these old cassette decks. And I said, well, why did you get suspended? And usually the first answer is, I don't know. I tested it. I cleaned it. You know, life was good. So me looking at that, you know, I trust the person, what they're telling me. So I have no reason to say, no, you're a liar, right? At the end of the day, I guess what I'm saying is that there's these opportunities to make money with electronics, but it's a very high risk category, very high risk. And what I mean by high risk, meaning that you're going to get dinged down the line from a scammer, a returner, right? Somebody who changed their mind compared to somebody that maybe might buy a bag of cookies, right? So this is a big concern, because if you're focusing your business just on flipping these bigger ticket VHS, DVD combos, all nothing but used electronics, you've now turned yourself into kind of the pawn shop mentality where, you know, hey, we got the stuff and we're sending it to Amazon. But it's so high risk, guys, that if you're going to do it, make sure you have enough other products out there to cover this realm of Amazon, because what is going to happen to you, and if you're new, or maybe you've just been doing this for even a year and now you're really getting this used electronics, you're going to get banged up, and you're going to be sitting there going, oh my God. Now, I understand there's very high ROI in these products, all right? And I understand some of these move really, really quickly. I'm not saying stay away from them. I'm saying limit what you're sending over there, all right? Make sure that your matrix are right, your metrics are right, so you can understand what's going on. Because if you don't, and you're going to send in 100 DVD combos that you've hoarded all year, right, for Q4, and you're going to crush it, yeah, it's going to look great when all those sell. Trust me, you're going to be so excited. You're going to be running around telling everybody about this. But what's going to happen is you're going to get returns. You're going to get defects, right, is what they like to call them, this order defect rate, this ODR. Because it's, hey, if life was that easy for us just to buy this shit, send it in, and it sells, right? Not everything sells, and it's just the perfect dream. And, hey, this guy gave me $500. He's cool. I like him. You know, you're going to get some issues of people returning stuff. And with Amazon, if your matrix, your metrics are not in line, you're going to have some issues, okay? And you're going to have to get into other categories. You're going to have to get into other items to balance all this out so you can understand this, right? So let's say, for example, books. That's why I love selling books. I'll sell 50 books, and you know what? At the end of the day, it all comes like this. It's a big freaking overall, like, what do you call it? Like a freaking just a big pie, right? This is Amazon, big, huge pie. And in this pie, I've got 85% of other stuff that is kind of like low risk, good revenue, good profits, right? But the risk is very little in returning a book or a action figure, right? Now, again, right, my defect rate, my return rate is less than like 0.01. I have sat there for the past year to bring that number down because I was heavily involved in electronics, stuff like that, and I started realizing, oh, I'm getting returns here, and it was screwing up, you know, pretty much my seller performance. So I said, you know, I've got to take command here. I got to figure out what's going on, and I just changed my mentality with all this. And you know, again, take this for what it's worth, guys. All right, just take it for what it's worth, and just look at it as a piece of advice. It's not me saying, hey, I'm an expert and I told you so. It's just me kind of saying, hey, listen, man, you heard this from me, right? And I'm still an active Amazon seller. I'm not breaking any rules, right? And, you know, Amazon's not paying me to do this, right? But the biggest problem is electronics used, if you're not even doing it right. I mean, there's so many different things when it comes to this. And we've talked about this before, but simply taking photos, simply selling this stuff in the right categories, selling it with the right credentials. Okay. If you don't do this and you think you're above the law, okay, you might want to be very, really careful and look at what you're doing with your business, right? Again, you have to treat this like a business. If you're treating this like a fly-by-night Kindle business, where you're just going to create quick books to make some quick little cash, and you plan on being on to the next scam or the next fast cash return, big money-making $1 million freaking deal next month, then yeah, go ahead and screw it up, right? But if you are a content creator and you're going out here publicly talking about it, we all should really, truly be on the same page when it comes to this electronics. Because people weren't told about this, to be honest with you, and they listen to other people and they said, man, this guy's killing it. Dude, this guy's killing it. Dude, he sent in 35 DVD combos and his payout was freaking, $7,000. But that person didn't tell him, hey, dude, yeah, there's some returns. Now, again, let's make this clear. Not all electronics equal a return, right? I'm just telling you, they're in that high risk category. Right? Like pawn shops. You know how hard it is, how expensive it is to have a pawn shop, right? For just inventory purposes of insurance, okay? Because they deal with a lot of electronics, right? They also deal with fraud. I mean, it's a nightmare, right? Again, remember this, right? You are buying this stuff from third parties, right? You're not buying from Sony. You're not buying from Pioneer. You're not buying refurbished units. You're buying them from thrift stores, flea markets, right? Johnny down the street, right? Or you're sourcing it from Billy Ray over in the new Facebook group, buy, sell, kiss me, and love me, right? And you're going, hey, he sold it to me for 60 and I can sell for 200. Just be very, very careful and do the right thing, okay? Because at the end of the day, I am telling you, if this is where your main focus is, it's going to lead to what I like to call you're fucking shut down, okay? Sorry for the profanity, but you're shut down. It's a suspension. You're suspended, and you are now at the back of the freaking bus. They don't care about you. You're actually not on the bus. You're not even on the Amazon bus anymore. You're on the side of the road, and you're trying to flag down Amazon buses. Hey, God, hey, can you listen to me? They don't care about you anymore. Yeah, they'll eventually reply to you, right? But it's up to them. It's their business. It's their deal, right? At that point, you should look at it and say, okay, I screwed up. You might have a second chance to get in. There is always an appeal process, right? It might take some time, right? But if you have all your eggs in one basket and this is what you're doing and you are new and you're out there, I'm just telling you from the bottom of my heart. I'm not here to screw anybody. I'm not here to deceive anybody. Just be very, very careful. This is the whole point I wanted to get to you tonight, because I have seen messages from people that it's ruined their lives because they didn't know, right? They didn't look into this any further. They just said, man, this is a cash grab. And look at them now, right? They're struggling. They lost out on freaking $8,000. That was supporting maybe themselves or their family. And that's at the end of the day, that's all I'm trying to tell you guys, is just be careful, okay? There's no motive here. There's no, hey, here's a quick this, here's a quick that, right? It's just, listen, let's just be realistic here and understand the market, right? And the same can be said on eBay, right? Selling a lot of this stuff, you get returns, you get damaged stuff, right? Shipping damaged, I mean, God, anything can happen, right? So, moving on from that, you're suspended now. You get this appeal process. You're out the money. Now, where do you go? A lot of people are going to go right to a job, right? That's the problem. This is so hard to be a full-time reseller in this industry, right? But at the same time, it's doable. Excuse me, and it's possible, okay? And I like to think of myself as somebody that you could turn to and say, well, man, if Mike can do it with his buck teeth and stupid shirt and freaking dumb Blackhawks hat, anybody could do this. This was the whole point of why I started coming on YouTube to talk about all this, was to say, hey, if I can do this, you can do this, right? I'm not going to conquer the world. I can't hit every thrift store, guys. I am just busy out here with my little thrift stores, right? And hitting, online deals and sniping and stuff like that. So there's plenty to go around for everybody. But is there competition? Yes. Look at this channel, for example, this YouTube channel. It's ballooned up. All these people are showing up out of nowhere, right? And it's because more and more people are in situations now where, they're trying to find ways to make money, right? They're trying to find ways to maybe, pay for that extra car payment or that vacation or whatever it may be. But at the end of the day, all this is doable as long as you understand the rules and you understand the risk when it comes to some electronics. So let me get into a couple of things here that I wrote down. And, you know, again, I'm not here to pinpoint and talk about anyone individually, but there's some people I'm seeing lately that are making YouTube videos and stuff like that. And they're on the path to failure big time. Okay. And they're getting everybody excited about this. And, oh man, all you have to do is go to these pawn shops and all you have to do is send in these electronics. And I'm telling you, I'm not naming names. I'm not, like I said, I'm not here to finger point people. Their feedback's awful. It's a matter of time before they're removed from Amazon, and then they're on to the next thing, and they're going to wheel and deal you there. All right. Again, like I said, I'm not trying to finger point anybody. I'm not trying to say I'm the greatest and everybody else sucks. Okay. Let's make that clear. All I'm saying is just look at what the information is and see if it works for you. Look into it a little further, right? Don't just go run out and do it and think, oh, I'm just going to go out there and crush it, right? Because if you're not doing that and you're not taking that extra step to just investigate or look into something, man, who's the idiot, right? I mean, I'm not trying to name names again here with Facebook, right? Facebook group, Resellers Roundtable. There's people in there that literally I look at their comments, I'm like, man, you don't even have half a brain, right? I mean, it's like they don't even realize what they're saying. You know, it's just like, and I'm not here again to bash anybody, right? I'm just saying that we live in a society of amongst all these other people. You know, I'm not saying I'm the most intelligent person out there or the one that's most educated, right? I'm just an average Joe, an average dude. But, you know, sometimes I see things and I'm like, dude, for real? For real skis. That you just said that. You just told me that, right? So just take it again for what it's worth. You know, again, educate yourself in many different ways. Read blogs, read books, read freaking, you know, watch some YouTube videos. There's a lot of great people that are putting out content that is, and these are people that have been around, okay? And, you know, it's hard for somebody who's new to get into this YouTube reselling land to break through, honestly, all right? But the people that have kind of broken through a little bit, 95% of them have great voices, right? And from what I've seen, they're never steering anybody wrong, okay? There's just a very small percentage that are. And then you got the whole other side of that coin of the people that hide behind the sponsored Facebook links, right? I mean, they can't even throw themselves out in the public YouTube land because they get destroyed, all right? So just, again, oh, damn. Good advice or bad advice? Thank God those are books. Good advice, bad advice. Just take it for what it's worth. I died. Books just crumbled. Kim's like, you die? Yeah, so I'm not here to fight with anybody. I'm not here to badmouth anybody, right? I'm not here to put anybody down. I'm just trying to, you know, I wanted to take some time here today to kind of stress on this and explain to you guys that there's a major risk there. And yes, there's higher ROI, but the reward might be, you know, your Amazon account being removed, okay? And you don't want that, especially, man, if you're just starting, because there's so much opportunity there. I mean, again, online arbitrage, going to freaking Walmart, the dollar store, right? The thrift stores, finding freaking puzzles, you know? I mean, here, puzzles. How many, do you think puzzles is a high return category? It is if you don't freaking have all the pieces, sure. Okay. But selling things where, you know damn well that thing comes with a remote, and you're going to do it anyway, that's just not the right move. Or not even to test your stuff. That's even stupider. Right? At least, you know, if you know, hey, this guy's returning it, this, whatever the reason is, okay, that's the reason. And maybe they scam you and they call it defective and they send you back their old, you know, Pioneer 500 disc CD changer that broke. And now you're stuck with that you can't even sell, right? But it was fun getting the money, wasn't it? It was fun getting that $500. But how fun is that when you have a slow month or something like that, or you're having a hard time sourcing inventory, and now because Amazon just takes. They don't ask you, hey, Bill, we're just going to take this $500 of your account. Is that okay today? No, it is take, right? And they give it right back to the customer. Again, customer's number one, okay? So, again, look at the smalls with electronics. I'm not saying stay clear away from electronics. What I'm saying is look at the small stuff, right? From little VHS rewinders to recorders to, you know, again, iPods. And, again, those have returns, okay? Everything has a return on Amazon, no matter what category it is. But from my experience, you know, it's these bigger ticket type items, you know, because it's so easy right now for people to say, hey, dude, my tuner just blew out, right? Oh, shit, I just go on Amazon. It's $300 right there. Same one because I really like it. Yeah, and their whole motive is to buy it from you, a working one, to stick you with the old one, right? And Amazon doesn't care, especially when it comes down to defective and damaged. You know, You could try a fight with Amazon and all you want, but at the end of the day, these returns do nothing good for your Amazon account, right? These returns, especially a return in negative, dude, you're talking about tanking your seller performance. And when you're tanked like that, the only way out of that is to sell smalls and get away from electronics and start selling some other things in bulk, books, right? Throwing some low Legos out there, right? Going after some merchant fulfilled groceries, whatever you can do to go out there and survive the beating. It's just this, it's the same thing as negative feedback on eBay, right? It's the whole, whatever now that, they're changing the DSR. It's that mentality, right? If you screw up, you screw up, right? But learn how to get out of the scenario. This is the biggest problem I think people don't understand. Some people will they create the scenario for themselves, or maybe they can say, oh, yeah, it's just a guy scammed me. Stop blaming others, right? Just take responsibility. Understand that, yeah, there's scammers out there. There's people that break shit that, there's nothing you can do about that. It's a small percentage. It happens at Target and Walmart every day. I mean, you guys not remember, a couple of years ago or 5-10 years ago, whatever it was, people returning PS3 boxes with freaking bricks in them. I remember those days. How much do you think Walmart had to eat on that? So think of it like that. You're a business now. You're just not some dude running around in your garage going, hey, yeah, this is cool, man. I got weed money. I could take my girl to see the new freaking Twilight. We can go to Wendy's tonight. So again, I just want to make awareness about this. Again, I'm not questioning anybody or anything like that. There's nobody in particular I'm even talking about. It's just awareness is the main point of this, and again, do it right. Read the rules. Take some time to actually read the rules. If you're not even for example, like the Resellers Roundtable Facebook group, 95% of people don't read the rules, and that's the major concern with all that, because they don't read the rules. Then they cry to me and they send me a message. Why did I get banned? You're a dick, Mike. I hate you. Why'd you kick me out? Dude, I don't even have to answer to you, because why? You broke the rules. If you go back and read the rules, then you'll realize, oh, yeah, I did that. Yeah, I was trying to spam all my videos without even asking, right? We don't ask for much in these groups, right? Same thing here on YouTube. If I don't like what you're telling me or what comments you have for me, dude, I just hit freaking delete and ban you. I mean, I'm not trying to say I'm better than you. I'm just saying have some freaking respect to take the time to understand people are willing to help you, whether it's YouTube or Facebook communities or paid content, all right? You want to come around like you own everything and you're self-entitled, I mean, you're not going to go anywhere in life. Taco Tuesday, sucker, Taco Tuesday. So yeah, they're habitual line steppers, and and that's why right now, and I'll talk about this a little bit further down the road, there's a waiting list to get into Resellers Roundtable, because we're changing some things up. We'll announce that pretty soon, but nobody can just get in there right now, right? Because it just needs to be filtered out. It needs to be, it's like this. There's some amazing people in there. There's people that want to learn, but the toilets, the shitter's full, people. All right, the shitter's full. You can't even flush it anymore. So what do you do at that point? You have to dismantle the toilet. You got to call Septic Tom. He comes out and says, "Yep, shitter's full," and you got to shut things down for a little bit, right? But it's not like the group shut down. Everybody on the inside is still communicating. It's just we got to unclog the shit and make sure the shit doesn't clog again, right? I mean, it's pretty simple. All right, so okay. So we talked about the electronics and stuff like that, and I'm not trying to steer you away from this, but let's do the simple things, guys. Let's just test these things. It doesn't take much. I mean, it doesn't take much to go and buy a VHS tape cleaner, a CD, DVD lens cleaner, to make sure that your unit you're selling is primo, right? Take that extra time and look. And again, this is a business expense to buy these type of products, so you can write them off. All right, okay. Before you want to jump in and be Mr. freaking DVD combo guy, you just invest a little bit in your business. Again, if you're making enough money and you're doing taxes, you can write the stuff off, right? Same with anything. It's a business expense. Get it so you're doing it right, okay? Don't just start spraying Windex on GameCube games and wiping them down with a freaking Kleenex and go, yeah, it looks clean to me. Hey, Billy, what do you think? Looks good to me, boss. Let's send that shit in. Hey, Billy, did you test it? No, man, I could tell you I've been selling GameCube games for 33 years, damn it. 33 years, dude. GameCube hasn't been out that long. No, that's all shit. Well, maybe it was PS2. What was one of them discs? I haven't tested one and never had a complaint. Dude, I've seen games. I've bought them on eBay. I've sniped them. Dude, they look great. Sure, yeah, it looks shiny. It looks fun. Hey, I can see myself. And it doesn't work. That's why they sold it to you. especially on eBay. Hey, we just freaking did this. Here, a lot of 35 games, tested, worked, clean. They're perfect. They're waiting for you. And such a great freaking deal. And you get them, and there's an issue. Contact the buyer. Hey, ABC Seller 3, it's Mike here. Not happy with my purchase. None of these play. Well, it must be your systems. Like, again, the blame game, the self-righteousness, the self-entitlement, right? You need to knock that off, especially if you're a reseller, right? You get a return, you deal with it. Part of business. Don't be crying, right? Same as when you're sniping stuff. It sucks. It's like you're dealing with your worst, like Dr. Jekyll and Hyde, Mr. Seller, right? Because you're like, dude, this guy won't bend. He thinks I'm trying to rip him off. I don't get time to rip people off. You know what I mean? Who wants to just sit there and just start scamming people? Yeah. Well, my Zelda game's fucked up, so I'll just sell it on eBay as is, and then I'll buy it from, or I know he won't even sell it on Amazon or eBay. He'll just buy a good working condition from a respectable seller and then blame him and send him the shitty one. Yeah, you sent me this crap one. Yeah, shenanigans. Yeah, at the end of the day, it hurts all businesses. And here's the thing: and is moving forward with all this reselling and all these e-commerce. Again, these aren't your platforms. You're not freaking Jeff Bezos over there. You're not in control. None of us are in control here. The only control we ever have is local game and our own e-commerce. And even to some extent, with maybe your own e-commerce site, you are at the mercy kind of your merchant, right? Don't piss them off. Make sure you're not getting returns, okay? But understand this, and the grip is going to get tighter. Okay, look at Star Wars. People, I wish I could sell Star Wars. Yeah, well, become a business and source things that like how you would buy from a distributor. That's how you get in. They're just not going to let you because you want to run around to Walmart and pick a guy or two. I got Walmart receipts. Damn it, I bought 6 of them I spent $42 and I can't get approved. They don't care, and they're going to break down on all this, guys. Okay, again, look to the future. Maybe some of this toy lines you might want to get into because these popular things, this is what Amazon's going to do, right? And again, remember this: if you're buying direct from a distributor, it's not like I'm getting a BB-8 freaking toys for $3, man. I mean, come on, this is America, I mean, I'm lucky to make, at the MSRP, not very much. I'm better off just freaking flipping groceries, but at the same time, it's an opportunity for me that I'm in. And, I saw this when I heard the movies coming out. I said, okay, yeah, I already have, merchandise licensing. So, hey, it's good to go. But again, treat this like a business, no matter whether it's eBay, Amazon, local business, whatever, right? Just treat it like a business. All right. Again, appreciate all you guys watching here tonight. Having fun with you guys. I got a lot of videos that'll be coming out here pretty soon. And I've just been really focused on my business and focused on other little side projects. And I really wanted to come out here and talk to you guys tonight about this because I don't want to see this happen to you. All right. And I want you to understand this. And, it's not about AdSense money. It's, it's just at the end of the day, just understand the rules and understand what you're doing. Okay. I know it's people right now are telling you, hey, Amazon's the gold rush. Yeah, 2 years ago. Yeah. 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Yeah, it was untouched. We selling shit left and right. There's still opportunities to make money. You just have to be smart about it and do it the right way. But if you're just thinking you can go run around and hitting Goodwills and load up 50 DVD combos and all electronics and think life's going to be peachy, it's just a matter of time. I'm just going to tell you this right now. Just a matter of time. Okay? And again, I'm not here to agree with everybody. I know people are not going to always agree with what I'm saying. I'm just telling you from an experienced seller and somebody who's also a part of hearing from all the other, people that are around telling me what's happened to them, and it's a bad situation when it happens. So anyway, moving on from that, there's some talk here about pawn shops. I keep hearing pawn shops like it's a viable business plan. And hey, to some it might be right buying from them. I'm just going to give you the just my opinion and past. I haven't just started doing it last month. I didn't hear from somebody else, so I started out doing it. I mean, I'm out there. I'm sourcing for anything. So are there opportunities to buy products from pawn shop? Sure. Just negotiations. You'll be paying higher, or they don't know what the product is. And that's usually when you're getting the best deals, when they don't know that that video game is sitting in their case is $90 and they're selling for $3, right? Where you're not even negotiating. You're just like, here's a $3. Okay. Again, right, you're spending more out-of-pocket money to make a little bit of money, all right, with pawn shops. Okay. Again, it's all about your negotiation and what you can do. Okay. But to go out there and spend $400 and buy used electronics, right, to make $475, and you got to ship it in, and you got to worry about, hey, you know, and here's the thing, this is what bothers me, is there's no, from what I'm hearing, there's no worry. Just send it in. It's good, dude. Oh, it's ranked 10. You're good. Money in the bank, yo. Cash me out. Cash me out. There's just no sense of worry. Like, oh man, is this guy going to return it? And this comes from novice sellers that talk like this, right? That really don't understand a business because they can't keep control of business. They haven't been doing it long enough to even fully understand themselves. So that becomes a major issue, right? Especially to the sheep, the people that are out there listening and trying to get information. They might look at this person as a role model or something of that nature, and it's just not the case. You know, it's difficult to go out there and just solely source pawn shops. I wouldn't even. I mean, I've got probably 12 within a 20-minute drive, 30-minute drive from here. Okay. I've been to them all. I've talked to them. I've tried to negotiate with them. I've tried to, you know, at the end of the day, you know, tell them who I am, what I do, and see, you know, if we can make some things work. But here's the biggest thing, right? And there's all this talk of, oh, I could just go to the pawn shop and buy. You're missing the whole point of the pawn shop. It's the sell. Sell to the pawn shop. Sell to the pawn shop. So going back to electronics, what do you do with this stuff? If you follow me on Periscope, you saw what I did this morning. I bought a freaking DVD recorder. Could have waited and had some risk. I could have had some returns. I could have had some BS. I said no. You know, I could either sell this on eBay, and still at that point, I'm still having an issue there too, or I just say, you know what, I understand what this thing's worth. Let me take it to somebody who might give me not what I expect, the full, and maybe I'm just happy with making $40 or $50 on it immediately, like just buying it from the flea market and taking it to a pawn shop and building a relationship with somebody. Yeah, all right. There's some lightning here. So just, you know, at the end of the day, you know, guys, no negative feedbacks. You know, building this local is massive, and you know, there's not too many people I hear talking about this online, right? Because everybody's consumed with e-commerce. It's e-commerce. It's got to be e-commerce. It's eBay. It's Amazon, Etsy. When you can really do very, very well for yourself, just selling locally, right? You just got to know what your area needs, and then also like your pawn shops. If you're going to say to yourself, "Hey, Mike, yeah, this sounds interesting," and flip it and take $50 in my pocket before lunchtime so I can go out and buy some more stuff, right? And just keep rolling cash. Again, remember too, with Amazon, you have to wait. If you're a new seller, you wait in 2 weeks when you could have flipped about 30, 40 different things before that, right? And that, again, not worry about this risk. You know, really dive into that. Look at that. Yeah, your ROI is not as huge compared to the e-commerce land, but again, it's peace of mind. It's money in your pocket, right? Go get yourself a 40 ounce. Kim. You know, at the end of the day, this pawn shop thing, all right, I've got a system for it. I've got a system for how to do this locally, whether you're part-time, a weekend warrior, or you're full-time, or you're looking to get full-time, where you can, you know, cash flow is king in this business. So understanding the cash flow aspect of it when things are slow online, right? But if you can build all these little you have your own monopoly, right? eBay, Etsy, Amazon, e-commerce, local scene, right? Local Facebook. You could do some amazing things and put some money in your pocket. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. If you like me, if you don't like me, at the end of the day, the common thing that I always put out in this channel is making money, right? And if you don't like making money, I don't know what to tell you, right? If you want to go make donut holes, go make donut holes. I'm here to make money, and that's my thing. So with that in mind, guys, I've got something I'm putting out Thursday talking about, this in detail. It's going to be a webinar, and you can check it out right now. I'll put a link down below. It's pickforprofit.com/clean transaction. You can read the detailed information on this. If this is something that interests you, go ahead and check it out. If not, and you're not into that type of thing, that's totally cool. Maybe take what I said here tonight briefly about pawn shops. Of the best angle for it is not the buying from them, it's the selling to them, and use the local scene to fund other things. That would be your best options. So yeah, it's storming pretty good here, guys. I again appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Check out tonight on Blab. We have Scott Hightower, which is Cash Money Chewy, and Northern Picker Bill. It's Blab, BLAB.IM. They're having a live show. There shouldn't be any interruptions there because they're not getting lightning storms, and maybe they are. But, at the end of the day, guys, right, I mean, I wanted to make this video here to give this awareness to you and give you this information because it's running rampant around where I'm seeing it. And at the end of the day, if you can protect yourself and understand what's going on, you'll be in a better place. So hope you guys have a great night tonight. Go out there, make sense of all this. Maybe take some time to read some rules, understand it. Definitely look into this webinar I'll be having about selling to pawn shops. There's a lot of opportunity there. It's a very in-depth thing I put together, and if it's right for you, that's cool. If not, again, that's cool. If you did enjoy this video, hit the like button. Maybe share it with a friend. If you didn't like the video, dislike the video. Tell all your friends, have them dislike it. Have everybody send me death threats. That's cool, right? I've learned, over the years that I built my channel on dislikes, really. Content dislikes, and people like to come back and dislike. That's cool. It's not deterring me from what I need to do, right? I consider myself one of the people that have an established, presence online talking about reselling, not just for free YouTube videos, but with paid content. All right. I've backed up information. I've got testimonials. I've got everything in line for what I do. And there's no scamming. There's no BSing because I'm straight to the point. And I'm always straight to the point with everybody. I'm not here to hide anything. All right. At the end of the day, I'm here when I feel like I need to be on YouTube or feel like I need to do a live show. I'll do it like tonight. Right. I'm not here to be, something out of a TV guide where you open up and go, oh, it's Monday night. It's Mike. Right. Those days are done. If I feel like doing that one of these days down the road, I'll do it. Right. But I'm not going to be just, some puppet for your entertainment. Right. I'm here to give you some information and move on. Maybe, the blabs and stuff like that. There's some great information going on there. Friday night, we kind of, let our guard down. We talk. I've been on there for the past couple weeks with Scott and them. But again, this is my life. All I can never do to you guys is share my opportunities, share my experiences. And when I realize that this information is working for me, I can give you as much as I can out there. But when I see there's some super, super value in this and telling it to 15,000 people on YouTube and giving away for free is ridiculous. And I think anybody truly thinking about that, just giving it away for free is there's something wrong. So like me for who I am, like me if the information is free or if it's paid. At the end of the day, all I wish on you is the best success to go out there and make money. Go out there. Your opportunity is now with Q4, whether it's Amber Shop, you're in. We always want to be in better places. And the only way to ever do that is to hustle. All right. Go out there, grind it, list it, spend 19 hours listing, right? Make that money and go out and do this and make money and show yourself that you can do this. Because you know what? At the end of the day, I know I can do this. I've been doing this for a long time. I make money. There's ups and downs. Yeah, there are. Life's not freaking rainbows and puppies, like Bill Northern Picker says. But at the end of the day, I can attest to you, if you put your time and effort into it, you manage yourself, you manage your time, you manage what you're doing with your business, you're going to succeed. It's that simple. And that's all you need to know, right? And obviously, just again, value your time. Because, at any given time, life can be cut off like that. And once it's cut off, it's done, right? Or you could say, hey, I made 10,000 this month. Next month, I'm just going to kick back. And you just become in this lazy mode where you're not listing anymore. And then all things are going down south. Electric's getting turned off, right? Shit starts happening. Just stay on top of it, right? Be an entrepreneur, be a small business owner, and do this, right? This is the amazing time we have in our lives right now that we actually do this, buying shit from thrift stores and flea markets and garage sales and flipping to people online. You know, I'm selling shoes. I'm paying $2 for them. People give me $140 for them. Come on, isn't that crazy? I'm buying freaking cupcakes for $2 and people are giving me 18. We live in a great time right now. So let's work as a team. Let's get this done. It's enough with the arguing, the bitching, the complaining, do whatever. Oh, this finger point. Just go out there and freaking work. So I'm out here, guys. Appreciate it. If it's lagging tonight, I'm sorry. It's storming. Go out there and just crush it. I'm out. Peace.